And welcome back, everyone, to Who Would Win. Today's Who Would Win comes to us from Demi Paston, who asked the question, who would win in a fight? 02 from Darling in the Franxx, an anime I know about but have never watched. Or Asuka Langley from Evangelion, another anime I am familiar with but never watched. I didn't watch either of these animes growing up. Evangelion definitely was around when I was growing up in the 90s, but Darling in the Franxx is a relatively more recent anime. Relatively, I think it's like 5 or 6 years old, but still. They are two attractive women in suits who fight monsters and robots in giant robot suits. They're both. What's there really to say? I suppose here. The one thing I can say is we know that 02 is a hybrid of human and something called a what was it called? 1 second. A hybrid of a human and a wait, I don't care. This site's just being finicky at the moment. Come on. There we go. I hate these wikis sometimes. There we go. 02. Is a hybrid of something called she was a human Klaxo sapien hybrid, a member of ape. Klaxor are essentially, in the way that I looked up, I'm like, what is a Klaxor? Apparently they're like dragon robot things. I don't know. The basic, if anything, the little I know about this series, and I don't know that much, I admit that right up front. So, bitch at me if you like in the comments for doing, why are you doing it if you don't know it? Because it was suggested. I'm doing the best I can with what I got. Grow up. It's kind of like Pacific Rim, actually, to some degree. You're fighting monsters or robots. I can't remember which one you're actually fighting. But you're fighting individuals in mech suits, but you have two operators. You have a male and a female. Now, granted, you're not melding your minds together or anything like that, but in Pacific Rim, it doesn't have to be a guy and a girl. It just has to be two people. But still, it's still very similar in certain capacities. But I mean, it's kind of pointless to go into their backgrounds. I'm not Death Battle. Watch Death Battle if you want a better background intro for this, because this fight is not about them. It's not going to come down to them going hand to hand or anything like that. In which case, I'd probably actually go with Asuka, just because she has less qualms about humanity. Although, not Asuka. 02 has less qualms. She's very cold-blooded about humanity. That being said, however, Ahsoka, and I believe it's Asuka, not Ahsoka, but Asuka, probably has better training. So I don't know. Point being, we're looking at their mechs, which in Ahsoka's case is the Evangelion Unit 2. In essence, it's this. Using the same same armor arrangement as the succeeded Unit 03 and 04, along with the upgraded 00 unit. All using having the arrangement of the same shoulder pile design. Really, we're just talking about the design look here. What we want to know about is the features. First of all, how big is this thing anyway? I can't find a size on this because the size of a robot really does matter in a fight to many degrees. Be it small and fast or strong and overbearing. But beyond that, its features include that it's shown capable of using different equipment fits, like the D-type equipment seen in episode 10. In addition, Unit 2 also has a distinctive progressive knife, the PK2, that resembles a box cutter. Seemingly unique to Unit 2, the needle launcher, a rack of 7 spikes in its right shoulder pylon that can fire close-range combat, piercing its target. Unit 2's soul is that of Kyoko Zeppelin Zahura, for the reason her daughter Asuka Langley was chosen to pilot it. Yeah, there's not much else that actually apparently goes with this, does it? At least from what I'm reading. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, these things are big and they take on monsters all the time. Then you have the Strezza, Streliza. Oh God, is this like German or Swiss or something? Forgive me if I'm butchering this name. Streliza, the Streliza, maybe. The Streliza is a large robot with a body colored with orange, white, and reds, long shoulder pads. Looks kind of like a Digimon, actually. um, it's sorry. On its forehead, there's a long, pointed gray blue antenna. Wields a white and orange lance called Queen's Pike, which has a tall tail during stampede mode, which resembles a lion. It was in a stampede mode. I'm just trying to find everything I can about this thing right now. And then it's going by verse. So I'm not getting a lot on these robots, unfortunately. So I apologize. This episode is a lot more ill prepared than some of the other ones. It apparently has a stampede mode. Both these things though do have upgraded forms we've seen. So who would win in a fight? It's frankly almost impossible to kind of say who would win in a fight here, because I honestly do not have a lot of information to go off of in this fight. I do apologize, but yeah, from the little I do have seen of both animes, though, I would say that my gut feeling, and you can crucify me in the comments all you like, would probably go with Asuka. Because it does appear that her robot, Unit 02, is much larger and more powerful. It does also seem to demonstrate a bit more in ways of weaponry, and especially close range. And it has a lot of, what's the best way? Accessible units it can put on. Basically, it has accessories that go with it that can just be applied to it. So any number, I believe they said D-type unit accessories can be attached to her Unit 2 model. Whereas Streliza seems to have a lot more limitations put on it. It has more form changes from what I can tell, though. And this has to do with the fact that because 02 is a hybrid, she's able to integrate with the machine a lot more than Asuka is. But I don't know if that would really help in an all-out fight to the death. This is one where I actually probably would like to see. First off, I'd like to see another like kaiju mech death battle. That'd be fun. This is also one where I'd like to learn more about the characters from people doing a lot more research than I am. So I apologize if this seems like a very lackluster, very off, like, he doesn't even know anything about these characters type of video. It is true, and unfortunately that does happen sometimes, and I apologize. I'm only human. And I've made it clear that if I were doing videos where there was animation, if I were like a death battle or a cartoon cartoon Smackdown or cartoon Fight Club, I can't remember what it was, animation Fight Club or whatever, if I were someone who did animation, of course I'd be putting a lot more effort into finding out about these individuals. As it stands, I would have thought that the wikis would have had enough information, but unfortunately they did not. Now, I'm not talking about Wikipedia per se, I'm talking about the actual fandom wikis. Oh well. Well, that's my thoughts on this. I will go Asuka. By all means, debate in the comments below what you think, and crucify me all you like. I admit, I probably deserve for this particular one. Hopefully tomorrow. What is Wednesdays, or tomorrow technically? What do I got for that? Okay, that one I can definitely be a lot more detailed about. I won't say what it is, but I can be at least a little bit more detailed about that, definitely. Until then, though, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And thanks for sticking through this abomination of a video. Later.